you don't fuck kids.
Fucking hated. That's why I hated Dexter. I hated that fucking show. It's unbelievable how stupid. Every time I watched that show, I really felt like they were calling me stupid.
Really? I was probably like 18 whenever I watched Dexter.
Do you think
I didn't mind it. Like,
really?
I thought it was pretty good.
You didn't mind having everything explained to you?
Thinking about it, there was a lot of monologuing.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, you're right about that. But like, and I hated his sister.
She was hot, but I hated all the characters.
I don't think she was
Equally.
I don't think she was nearly hot enough to be as unbearable.
Except for John Lithgow.
Was he the funny guy? Was he his like?
No, he was just one serial killer for one episode.
Oh, he was
arc.
the 4th season, right?
Yeah, he was like the older guy.
The Trinity killer or whatever.
Yeah, he played a serial killer.
That was the best season. The 4th season.
I really enjoyed John Lithgow.
Yeah, he was the guy in Third Rock from the Sun, right?
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he used to do a lot of Brian De Palma movies where he was a murderer.
Yeah, he was really good in that.
He's
got very murderous vibes.
Oh yeah, totally. He played twins. One was a serial killer, or no, he had split personalities in a Brian De Palma movie. It's really fucking good. But I like in Dexter when he murdered somebody in an airport and just picked a lock. Do you know how hard it is to pick a lock? Have you ever tried to pick a lock?
I haven't.
It's massively difficult.
One time I successfully did the card in the knob.
What?
Thing.
How is that possible? The lock goes inside the...
You go like... What? Because I had a roommate explain it to me, because... That's why I'm glad my apartment, since I moved out here, only have deadbolts, because it's impossible to lock yourself out. But, you have to, go over and get almost, behind it, and then, scoop it in, or so. I mean, I was literally just acting crazy, and it eventually popped out. But that was one time.
Yeah.
My roommate, he could do that shit.
Picking locks is extremely difficult.
But yeah, I've never...
2 pieces, you gotta go like this, you gotta go. He did it in an airport. Post 9/11. You're out of your motherfucking mind.
Post 9/11.
Speaking of... Oh yeah, James Frey, that reminds me. Have you ever heard of A Million Little Pieces?
Yeah, he was like a book about being a heroin addict, and
but it was all fake.
Yeah, it came out and everybody was super upset.
I remember
were so mad about it.
Well, before it came out, I just went back and reread it because they're making a film version of it.
Is it good?
The book's actually pretty good.
Well, that's one
but it's
thing,
bullshit.
Well, that's one thing that I don't understand. I mean, I get being oh, it's fake, and being disappointed, but I mean, I knew about that, and that probably happened when I was 9.
Yeah, I read it after I knew it was fake.
And yeah, I haven't read it, but and I still remember it. That's how much of attention that got, and it was
because she was on Oprah.
It was the Oprah book.
And she had been doing F. Scott Fitzgerald book, or she'd been doing John Steinbeck books and shit like that, classics for 3 years or something.
Yeah, but it's just so crazy. It's just just appreciate it that it is still a well-written book.
Well,
I get there's something taken away from it, but
it's written in a prose style that's very simple. Where if you really, there was nothing remarkable.
So the thing.
It was in a very spare style that was just.
So the main thing that was its selling point was that it was true.
They believed that it was true. Yeah.
Okay.
But here's the thing: in the very beginning of the book, he goes into an airplane with a massive hole in his cheek because he had fallen out of a window and landed on a pole, and the pole had went into his face. And he walked through airport security with blood caked all over his face and fucking shirt, and then passed out on an airplane just drunk.
Lithgow?